Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we got uh, some quick news here. We just find out that there's a new presidential candidate. But before we get into that, please make sure to let us know what you think down below about the segment, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It will help us out a lot. So coming back to the topic at hand, so the new presidential candidate right now that just came out and said, "Look, I'm running for president of the United States," is none other than Justin Amash. If you don't know who he is, obviously, he is a former Republican Party member from Michigan, who used to be one of the district representatives from there, and he just cruelly announced, well, not Netherlands. He's been tempting to run for president for quite a while, to be honest, and until today he decided to officially announce his third party, or his presidential bid. But he's still deciding whether if the he's gonna represent a specific party, or if he's just gonna be an independent candidate running for president. In this case, he's still waiting for some acceptance from the Libertarian Party to see if he could represent them in the general election for 2020. As you see here, they just announced a New York Times saying Justin Amash, Mr. Amash, an independent congressman from Michigan who left the Republican Party last year, said that he was exploring running as a libertarian, adding new volatility to the race. Representative Justin Amash, the Republican turned independent from Michigan, announced Tuesday night that he would explore running for president as a libertarian, injecting new volatility into the presidential campaign already unsettled by the coronavirus. Quote, "We are ready for the presidency that will restore respect for our Constitution and bring people together," Mr. Amash wrote on Twitter. And he also says, "I'm excited and honored to be taking these first steps towards serving Americans of every background as president," end quote. He posted a link to a new website, A Match for America, that included a quotation suggesting that he was poised to run. Let's do this," he says. A 40-year-old conservative, Mr. Amash left the GOP last year because of his unease with how the party had rallied to President Trump. But it's unclear how his candidacy could affect the race, and specifically whether he would help or hinder Mr. Trump's reelection. Mr. Amash may aid the president by winning right-of-center votes who don't like the president and would have reluctantly supported former Vice President Joe R. Biden, the president Democratic nominee. But he also could siphon critical votes away from the president by giving small government conservatives a political home. What is certain, though, is that Mr. Amash's presence on the ballot in key states could potentially play a pivotal role in November. Mr. Trump won the president 4 years ago, thanks in part to the vote captured by third-party candidates. So there you guys have it. That's the new presidential nominee. We don't know for which party yet. More likely, he might be the Libertarian representative. But in this case, we could say that Mr. Amash right here, and when at the end of the article, when he says that Donald Trump won because of the people who run third party, that's not true. That's not true. Like, those people who voted third party, they were gonna vote third party either way. They were not looking to vote for Donald Trump or fucking Hillary Clinton in 2016. So more like most of them, I'm sure they would have stayed home. I stay home. I'm not gonna go out there and vote for neither Hillary Clinton nor Donald Trump. But and the only reason why I stay home is because I couldn't vote, because I'm still a resident. I'm not officially a citizen, so I can't vote yet. But I I actually supported, publicly at least, third party candidate Jill Stein for president. So, and I actually made other people vote for her because I think she was the actual candidate that represented our policies, the policies that we wanted to see in a presidential bid. And that's what as progressive, we think that we want to vote for, not a specific candidate with a certain personality. We don't give a fuck about that. But going back to this, Justin Amash is a new candidate, and he's looking to get some momentum. And in this case, he wants to take away votes from Donald Trump because he thinks that he is the one making the party or the whole United States going to hell. As many of us already know that, but the clear question here is, will he hurt Joe Biden or will he hurt Donald Trump more? And I think it could go either way, but I think the same thing that happened in 2016 will happen this time again. Obviously, more people are reluctant to vote for Donald Trump for all this shit that he's been doing the last 4 years. But as well, they know there's a lot of people, damn well, that don't want to vote for Joe Biden. Don't get me wrong. I think less people hate the Democratic nominee this time because I guess a lot of people dislike Hillary Clinton, and they still do. She decided to support Joe Biden today officially, by the way. And now, based on the sexual allegations they have against Joe Biden, as well as the fact that he has a massive problem with cognitive decline, and he doesn't seem to be clear what he says, what he thinks. He falls asleep during interviews, during the during the official endorsement from Hillary Clinton when he went out there and had an interview with her. He falls asleep. We're going to show that in another clip. Make sure to check out our channel for that. But going back to Justin Amash himself, would he take a weight from Joe Biden? Absolutely. Would he take a vote away from Donald Trump? Absolutely. Yeah, I think he might get, if he does everything else, because we still don't know what his policies are, and we don't know what kind of candidate he might be in the stage or in public yet. I think he has a chance of stealing a lot of votes from both Joe Biden and Donald Trump. How much will he take from both of them? We still don't know. I think he might end up taking more from Joe Biden than Donald Trump. And even though right now people are, they're tired of Donald Trump. But if we still got to see if there's going to be another nominee, like we saw Jill Stein coming in. Right now we know that the third party candidate from the Green Party is Howie Hawkins. And he has a very, very similar campaign based on just policies itself, similar to Bernie Sanders. A little bit more to the left, I think, of him, but it's very similar based on policies. So I think some people right now that are very tired of the Republican from the Democratic Party, all these people who happen to be progressive, and they're fucking, they already had enough with the Democratic Party fucking them over on the ballot box, obviously crippling down Bernie Sanders, doing all the nasty shit they did during the Democratic election towards their movement. I guess these people are gonna go to the Green Party, or they're gonna look for another candidate. And I think there's still hope for Bernie Sanders to come out and go independent. I don't think he's gonna do it. I don't think he has the courage to do so. Obviously, he caved into the Democrats very hard, and he doesn't want to reelect Trump, as most Democratic establishment media and people blame him over for 2016. As well as Jill Stein, they blame her, even though most of the people who voted for Jill Stein were not gonna vote for Hillary Clinton. It makes fucking sense. Or else they would have voted for Hillary Clinton. And even Hillary Clinton wanted the popular vote. So it's not like she didn't get votes. It's that her campaign failed in 2016. She didn't go to the key states to win the general electorate. She didn't go to the states to win those votes. And guess what? She ended up losing to Donald Trump. Even though she won more votes overall, she didn't win key states that wouldn't give her more general or general delegates. I mean, and that. So that's her responsibility. That's the Democrats' responsibility. It's not us. It's not the people who win both their party, which is that fucking New York fucking as I read before previously in this fucking this video I just read that he says right here, oh, it's because of third party voters that's Donald Trump won. Get the fuck out of here. Donald Trump won because he did the right thing and he went out there and campaigned to the states that Hillary Clinton said, you know what, Barack Obama won those states in 2012 and 2008, so more likely they'll vote for me. Title piece of shit, bitch. But anyways, Justin Amash just announced his presidency bid. We'll see what happens. Let us know what you guys think down below. Will you vote for Justin Amash? Will you look into voting for him? What do you think about him? What do you think about him taking votes away from Biden or Donald Trump? Let us know down below. And also make sure to subscribe to the channel because that helps us out to grow. Thank you for everything. See you next time.